Hey everybody, welcome to a special Champions League event. Right now, we see that we have looks like Justin Carulli versus Chris Kelly. So I know all the information on the screen is wrong. That's just because I just got into it to see it. But we have Chris Kelly playing. Looks like Walkers, Hoth CRV Walkers, versus Justin Corley playing a 0 hour build. So again, this is a Champions League game. So definitely excited to see this one. So Chris starting security precautions. You may start your landing, and do they have a code clearance? Justin going with insurrection, walkling, and strike planning. So, and Chris getting in a Champions League game before he goes ahead and streams with Jared Napolitano and all the rest of the advocates tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Definitely going to be, so it's going to be a very damage-heavy game. However, Chris should, if he can get the Imperial Decree out, the non-virtual, he'll be sitting really good. But let's see what Justin can do to get some damage through. So, already see that we got Veers and the 6th marker. So, Chris has gotten a lot of his activation out. He's already activating 11 for his next turn. He saves 3, so he's got a lot of force to work with. Justin goes ahead and gets strike planning. He gets General Kriegsmadine. Interesting. I like that. This is different. So, Chris, I believe he won the... Chris is in this as he won through the play-ins. Justin Carulli won the Pittsburgh League this year. Trying to get the logos and everything up. So, sorry about that. Okay, there's an insurrection pool from Justin. So we saw that Justin went ahead and get General Kriegsmadine. Just double checking to see if he got anybody else as well. Does not look like it so far. Earlier in the game, we saw Chris play Imperial Command to go get Grand Admiral Thrawn. He also used a Death Squadron assignment to get the Avenger V. No other general yet from Justin. So good thing I got that in there. And there's the home 1 docking bay for Justin, so he's got 10 force to work with on his next turn. He should be getting another Lothal site here. Now notice he's not playing the standard Lothal effects, Phoenix Squadron operations. So his Sabine, Zeb, and Chopper will not be deploy -1. But if I know Justin, he's got an interesting little build here. He doesn't like to seem to play the more standard stuff. He likes to throw his own twist on whatever he plays. So no surprise that he's playing something a little different. But I'm a little surprised to see him not starting the Phoenix Squad operation, just because it's a really good card. Okay, there's the Veers. So it looks like Chris is going to attempt to get himself a Blizzard 1. Okay, Blizzard 1 going down to the third marker. There's General of Years. So Chris will be draining for 2 next turn, plus a ping damage from You May Start Your Landing. Let's see what else Chris has to work with. So he's got 9 force left. You got to think he's going to come down with something else besides the Veers and the Blizzard 1. Okay. There's a card we normally don't see. You swindled me. Destiny 4 Lost Interrupt. Opponent chooses. They may activate up to 2 4s and you activate up to 4. Or opponent retrieves 1 and you retrieve 3. Justin will allow Chris to activate. So Chris is going to activate 4. Justin's going to activate up to 2. Both players are getting the most out of their activation there. There's Blizzard 2 going down to the mountains. So now with Blizzard 2 out there, Chris will be able to do another point of ping damage with You May Start Your Landing. And again, if you're watching this right now, make sure you guys tune in later at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, as the Advocates will do all their the Advocate Awards, as well as announce the Content Creator of the Year. There are going to be some special announcements, maybe something to do with the San Diego Open. We'll see. Commander Iger going down to the third marker as well. He's currently outside of the vehicle. So all Justin did last turn was get out his docking bay, getting out his Tarkin Town site, and draw a few cards. He's got 15 cards. I don't know if Justin's realized that there's a new defensive shield that works against you from drawing up 14 or greater. Okay, Igar hops in. And then Blizzard 2 moves on over down to the 5th marker. And Chris will draw some cards as well. He does save 2. No drop or thrown back from either of the players. However, we do have a Goldenrod shield out for Justin. Both players do have their grabbers out as well. So again, with 0 Hour, you will not be able to play Menace Fades. And you'll not be able to play Projection of Skywalker. So if you're Justin, what kind of damage mitigation can you play? Maybe we'll see like It Could Be Worse or something else. Maybe a Escape Pod combo. But again, with Justin playing cards like General Crixmay Dean, it's going to be interesting to see what else he's got in his deck. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Yeah, what chance we have? What chance do we have is another one, Chris. Chris rooting for Chris in this match, as they are both members of Team It Could Be Worse. Not to be confused with Team It Could Be Worse. We'll see what happens. So Justin going to go to his deploy phase. He's going to attempt to go get a docking bay. He will miss. So Chris gets a free peek at what Justin has in his deck. There's the Calm Tower, or Ezra's Roost. Justin pulling another card with Strike Planning. And General Aaron Kraken. So he's got 2 generals in his hand, and he's got a hand of 16 cards. And here we go. General Crixmay Dean going down to the 3rd marker. Crix will pull a scout of ability less than 3. Now he's got to worry about the trample here. Maybe he's got a perimeter scan in that 16-card hand, but I don't know. He'll take Cal Alder. there's Kraken coming down. So Justin is being a little aggressive here, going down on turn 2 to fight the Blizzard 1 that contains Veers and Commander Igar. Corporal Kansarek coming down as well. Yeah, Zeb is really good against the 0 hour, but I don't know if he's got it yet. Sabine coming down. So currently Justin has a total power of 13. Cal Alder joining the fun as well. Now, Zeb would be really good here if he has him, but I don't know if he does. This is my ship that will allow him to deploy the Ghost and Hera. He has 5 cards left in his force pile. Yep, there's Hera and the Ghost going down to Lothal, just like in the cartoon. Now, will Justin initiate a fight here, or will he let Chris Kelly draw into a trample? Okay, Justin does initiate a fight. Both players have only 1 Battle Destiny. See what other tricks Justin has. I would assume he's got some sort of tricks here, as Veers should allow Chris to add a Destiny to total power. Nope, nothing there, so the Ascension Guns for Destiny of 5. Chris currently down by 6 in total power. So he'll need a 6 here, or he's going to lose 2 on top of whatever battle damage he takes. He draws a 4. So, again, Chris is going to... Looks like Chris is going to lose this battle. He's going to be down 2 in battle damage, and he's going to have to lose some cards to Sabine. So, Sabine Wren will cause 2 points of damage to Chris Kelly. Let's see what he's going to lose. He's got a 12-card hand, so he's got quite a bit of stuff to lose from. Okay, he's going to lose the Imperial Command that he drew for Battle Destiny. And he's going to lose another You Swindled Me. Justin will lose General Crix Maydeen. And there goes Commander Igar to the lost pile for Chris Kelly. So Justin has no force saved, and Chris is going to be activating 15 this turn. So a little bit of risk there for Justin. Now, he is going to save himself a force rate of 2. However, Chris is going to do 2 points of damage with You May Start Your Landing. So we'll see if Justin can mitigate that damage, or if he's going to take the 2. Again, stay tuned to this channel right after this game, as the Advocates will be streaming their Advocate Awards, as well as the Content Creator of the Year, and definitely some other fun stuff going on tonight. Okay, Justin's going to take This Is My Ship from his deck with the Lothal system. And Chris is going to use Blizzard 2 to get himself a trample. Again, if Justin had the Zeb, Zeb would have saved him. But trample is now in play. Just really quick, checking on the standings of this pod. I believe this is pod F. Chris Kelly is 2-0. He defeated Brad Kipple in both of his games. He has yet to play against Justin Carulli and Justin Miyashiro. Brad is currently 4. He is 2-4 with losing to both. So, yeah, Brad had beaten Justin Caroli in both of his games, lost to Justin Miyashiro in their games, and Justin took one game from the other. Yeah, you are correct, Chris. There's the perimeter scan, so very nice. So Justin does have the answer for the trample. Chris did get fanfare out, and he used it to pull Lost in Space. So maybe he was just checking his destiny or whatever. And you are correct, Joker King. Justin is currently getting 2 battle destinies there on the ground. There's the Avenger. Again, we saw Chris pull that at the beginning of the game. Grand Admiral Thrawn hitting the table. Both players will get a battle destiny up there at Lothal, but Chris Kelly will be getting 2, while Justin will only be getting 1. This would be a nice way for Chris to get rid of Hera. But on the rebound, you would be losing Thrawn. Nope, he's got Captain Gilead Pelion. So he deploys for free to Thrawn's where Thrawn is. There's another "You Swindled Me." Let's see what Justin will decide here. Chris playing 3 copies of "You'll Swindle Me" in this deck. Justin taking his time deciding on what he wants. And both players will activate. So Chris going to get 4 more activation this turn. Justin's going to get 2. I don't know if Chris is thinking that "You'll Swindle Me" is a good card, or he just likes to play it because it has Watto on it. I mean, we all know that Chris Kelly likes Sebulba. Maybe he likes Watto as well. Captain Nita going down to Hoth. The destiny number is a 4. So it's definitely not a 6. Justin going to get 10 of out, the 10 to 4 with Fly Casual. And for those who are watching, we will be doing a token a little bit. There's Justin with the Ascension Gun, so he's going to look at the top 2 cards of his reserve deck. He'll be able to take one into hand, and the other one will stay on top, so he'll know what his destiny is. Chris still in his deploy phase, so he could throw some more stuff onto the Avenger if he wanted to. I'm a little surprised to see Nita not on the Avenger here. Okay, we have a battle up in space. Hera on the Ghost versus the Avenger with Captain Pelion and Grand Admiral Thrawn. No, the token has not been determined. Carl. Chris draws a 4 for his first destiny. Draws a 4 for a second one. So back-to-back 4s. He's going to have 19 in total power there. Again, right now, Justin is going to be losing Hera. He does draw a 5, so he's going to be losing Hera and the Ghost after this is all said and done. while Chris is only going to have to lose Pelion. Now, we know that Justin has the Tan of 4 in his hand, so he could come down with something here. But losing the Ghost with Hera is not good. Okay, there goes Pelion to the lost pile for Chris. Nope, he's going to play Lost in Space. So, Lost in Space says, if a pilot was just lost from a system or sector, deploy on that location and stat the pilot here. Pilot may be rescued or captured by a capital starship present here during any move phase, and may be targeted by weapons except during battle, as if present. Treat as starfighter with defense value 0. Lost if no pilot here. So, with Lost in Space, Pelion gets stacked onto it, and then during the move phase, he'll be able to go back onto the Avenger for Chris. Justin will burn the Walkling, so that way he can retrieve a card. He's going to retrieve the Ghost. Walkling goes out of play. Go into the move phase. Lost in Space will go Lost. Pelion goes back onto the Avenger. And we'll go into Chris's draw phase. Again, this game will be over for us, being streamed at 8:50. So, again, the Advocates will be doing their stream at 9 o'clock. I just got word from the marketing advocate that he wants me to vacate the channel. Blizzard 1 does run away. And I believe Chris will draw a few cards, and that will be it. See, how many does he save here is the question. He is going to save 1. So we go into Justin's turn. Again, Justin is threatening a drain of 2 this turn, whereas Chris is threatening 4 damage next turn. Chris with the Battle Order Shield to make Justin pay 3 if he wants to drain. Justin will drain. Chris will lose Imperial Command and a Walker Garrison. Justin attempts to pull a docking bay with Insurrection. Let's see if he gets one here. He will get the Hoth Echo docking bay out. Justin will not do anything else during his deploy phase, so it looks like he's going to try and draw some cards. Oh, no, he forgot to do something. Chris will allow the revert. So he'll go back and get his docking bay, and he'll do the action that he forgot about. Chris did allow it. Ezra going down to his roost. Yeah, clearly Chris is not a fan of, or he's not heard of Kendall's slogan. It's on hats, it's on shirts, it's on coasters. It's on pretty much everything. Okay, so Hera is going to come back out. Again, she's now staring down Pelion and Thrawn as well. There's a combined fleet action. So both those starships, total power is going to be -2. The starships are power -2 there. Tantive coming down, so no, that's not going to happen anymore. He used Fly Casual to get the Tantive out. During your deploy phase, deploy 1 starship, deploy -1, and or 1 pilot to assist him without presence. So now Justin is going to be getting 2 Destiny there. So, but the bigger thing is, though, Justin only has a 3-card hand. Chris currently has a 10-card hand. I'm assuming he does have a command. We saw him play 1 early in the game, and then he lost 1 in a battle. So I'm assuming he's going to have at least 1 more, but I don't know. Okay, there we go. Ping damage for 1 from You May Start Your Landing. Justin loses combined fleet action off the top. Drain of 1 at the North Ridge. Justin will lose off the top of his deck. He will lose Leia, Rebel Princess, so he does not want to lose one of those 3 cards in his hand. Chris attempting to play, or to get trample with the Blizzard 2. I would be surprised if he grabs Walker Barrage. There's the second trample for Chris. Again, one of them is in the lost pile underneath that Walker Garrison. And the Vengeance will come down, joining the fun at Lothal. Again, both of those starships are going to be power -2 due to the combined fleet action. Justin will be getting around that because he's got the Ghost with the Tantive. Admiral Mahdi comes down. So clearly Chris wants to fight at Lothal. Justin needing to get out 1 more Phoenix Squadron character to the to Lothal, so that way he can flip. Min Kainu coming down onto the Vengeance as a passenger. Again, that's going to increase. That's a lot of forfeit value up there for Chris. Again, all of his ability 3 guys are forfeit +3 there. So, for example, Min is forfeit 8. Mahdi, forfeit 8. Pelion, forfeit 8. There's Secret Plans. Again, Justin has already spent his Walkling out of play to retrieve 1. He still can do the once per game take a Phoenix Squadron character into hand with Ezra, but that would have to be on his next turn as he has no force saved. Okay, here we go. We have another fight at Lothal. Fight number 2, Tantive and Ghost versus the Avenger and the Vengeance. See if Chris does have the Imperial Command here to limit Justin. Nope. No Imperial Command, so he draws his first Destiny. It's going to be a 4. He needs another 4 to get rid of the Tantive and Hera here. And he hits it with a You Swindled Me. I think, Carl, you called it. That is our token for tonight. So if you're doing the sticker book program, your token is You Swindled Me. And Justin draws Insertion Planning for Destiny. It is a Destiny 6. And a 5. So he's going to get rid of multiple characters here. Now, Hera and the Tantive here will cover for Justin. But more importantly, he is going to have to lose 1 to the ping with the Vengeance And then he's going to have to lose both ships, both ship and character. Chris Kelly, on the other hand, will only have to lose 2 Imperials. Probably Admiral Mahdi and Min Kainu. Justin will lose Hojix and Out of Nowhere off the top of his reserve deck to the Vengeance Ping. Justin will lose the Tannin 4. Again, he's going to have to lose Hera here, so if he wants to drain, he's going to have to pay 3 to drain for 2. Admiral Mahdi goes to the Lost Pile. Chris currently with 24 cards in his Life Force. Justin with 27. Lost Piles are tied. Again, this is an important game for Chris because if he would win this, he would be 3-0 in his pod play. Justin desperately needing a win as he's currently 1-3. Justin will drain for 2 at the Hoth defensive marker, or defensive perimeter. Chris losing Death Squadron assignment and You Swindled Me. Chris is full of Destiny 4 tonight. What? Who is this? And who replaced somebody with Chris Kelly? Or who replaced Chris Kelly with an unknown persona? Maybe Connor Britton. Maybe this is Kendall. Like, does anybody know where Kendall is right now? Like, is he on Gemp? Because clearly Chris Kelly he's playing with Destiny 4 cards, not Destiny 6. Yeah, this is an interesting deck by Justin. Like I said, there's another Ascension Guns. And the fact that he isn't able to flip his objective is not good. I'm not really sure. Like I said, this is a different deck by Justin Carulli. He did get Crix and he did get General Kraken. So, okay, Justin will not play This Is Our Rebellion. He will peek at the top 3 cards of his reserve deck, takes the card in hand, and shuffles it up. I don't know. Kendall has allowed some reverts before. He just says no reverts. He doesn't actually mean no reverts. Okay, here we go on to Chris Kelly's turn. This is turn 5 of the game. Chris, again, is going to do a point of ping damage with You May Start Your Landing. He's going to drain for 1 at the marker site, and then he's going to drain for 2 up at Lothal. Justin loses out of commission combo to the ping damage. There's a drain at the North Ridge. Let's see what Justin's going to lose. He's got an 11-card hand here, so you think he's got some cards in that hand that he wouldn't mind losing. Sabine Wren goes to the Lost Pile. And there's the drain of 2 at Lothal. Justin taking his time deliberating on what he wants to lose, whether it be from his hand or his deck. He's got 2 cards in his force pile. And with a 10-card hand, he might have some stuff to do this turn. He's going to lose Chopper from his hand and a Hojix. Again, with that 2 card in his force pile, he's going to be able to use Ezra, Hero of Phoenix Squadron, at some point to retrieve Hera or another Phoenix Squadron character into his hand. But with Chris having the Avenger and the Vengeance, with Pelion and Thrawn up there, it's going to be very difficult for Justin to do anything about those 2 Star Destroyers up there. He's going to need multiple characters on the Ghost or multiple starships. And again, we've already seen one of his starships go to the Lost Pile. There's another Ascension Guns from Justin. You'd think at some point Chris would grab the Ascension Guns, at least stop the cycling of a 5. Blizzard 4 going down to the Hoth Mountains. Chris using 4 Force for that walker. And there's Grand Moff Tarkin on the walker. Chris did pay 2 for Tarkin. Still in Chris Kelly's deploy phase. Let's see if he's got anything else to throw it onto the table. I think at this point, if you're Chris, you're not really necessarily worried about the third marker unless Justin wants to do something a little risky. I mean, you're out damaging him 4-2, you just increase it to 5-2. So right now, Chris is winning the damage race, and he's putting Justin into a position where if Justin doesn't really do anything else this game, he's going to end up losing. So Chris taking his time, thinking about what he wants to do. Like I said, he's got 5 Force to work with. There's Markwin in the Blizzard 6. So, I'm sorry, he had 7 more Force to work with, so that comes down for 5. Maybe we'll see him move one of those walkers to the 5th marker, but if that does, he's not going to have any Force saved. Okay, Captain Nita hops out. Now, okay, Nita hops onto the Blizzard 1. Interesting. I mean, you could theoretically move the Blizzard 1 over to the 3rd marker, but again, while you're out damaging, okay, the Blizzard 2 will move over to the 4th marker. Expecting to see Markwin in Blizzard 8 move, or I believe that's Markwin in Blizzard 6. Yeah. That should move over as well. Nope, Chris is going to revert. So Chris Kelly gets his own revert in. Tarkin hopping off of the Blizzard 4. Tarkin moves over. Yeah, I think you move if you put if you put Nita onto the Blizzard 2, move the Blizzard 2 over with Tarkin. That gives you 2 Destiny. Nope, the Blizzard 4 will move over with Tarkin. Again, I believe movement. Yeah, during your move phase, you may move for free. Move free from here directly to the mountains or vice versa. So all that movement that Chris did was for free. And clearly, team It Could Be Worse is thinking about kicking Chris Kelly off the team for allowing this many reverts. So Chris will spend the 1 for Blizzard 4, keep 1 up, and he will pass turn. I'm a little surprised to see Justin not retrieving like Hera or somebody into his hand with Ezra. Now, if he could find a way to flip, like he could start doing a little bit more damage in. I'm not sure what he can do this turn. It all really depends on what he's got in that 9-card hand. He's got 14 Force to work with. Or I'm sorry, he's got 16 Force to work with. I was looking at his activation. Chris currently has a life force count of 21. Justin down to 17. I'm pretty... I'm pretty sure Chris Kelly is nuking Court anyway. Like, we haven't seen anything good for Court in a while. Justin still in his activate phase. Taking his time, thinking about what he wants to do here. Seeing if he has any paths available to him. Again, no, I haven't. I'm not on your team. But again, right after this game, Chris Kelly, Jared Napolitano, Scotland Grell, and all the rest of the advocates will be doing their award ceremony as well as some special announcements. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you're interested in Holo Theater, unfortunately, this coming Tuesday, we will not be having an episode as we usually take the Christmas week off. However, we'll be back on December 27th for our end of the year episode and to announce the guest of the year. So if you haven't done so, please go ahead and vote on the guest of the year. A lot of good guests are available for it, and it's definitely going to be, it's really close from what I've seen so far. So again, please make sure you vote on it, because if there's no declared winner, well, I think we give the award to our first ever recipient of it. So Chris Kelly would be the back-to-back, or he would win guest of the year for this year. So all you got to do to vote, again, is follow the link in the chat. Yeah, Timo was last year. Or Dylan. So, I'm sorry, that link that I just posted did not work. So make sure you guys click on that link. Go vote for Guest of the Year. So far, we've had 2 winners. First one was Chris Kelly. Second one was Timo Dussel. I will say we've had 25 people vote so far. So again, make sure you guys vote. That is the only way to determine the 2022 Guest of the Year. Okay, back to our action. Justin coming down with Chopper to the North Ridge. Again, Chopper is a spy, so he comes down. He did end up using Ezra, hero of Phoenix Squadron, to get Chopper back. And it looks like Justin's attempting to retrieve I'm not sure what's going on. Justin is saying only if he's undercover. I'm not sure. Is it because so Joker King, why can you not deploy there? Oh, there's no presence icon. Yeah. Okay, so Cannon Jar is going down to the Lothal Temple. That will allow him to draw a card off of his use pile. And I think Justin was trying to deploy back up there, and then, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've done that, and because it's not fun. So now with Kanan Jarrus out, he'll be able to, like I said, he'll be able to draw some stuff. Oh, no. Justin was thinking that he went back before the retrieval. we might have a little bit of a pickle here. So Chris is denying the revert all the way back. Justin is saying that he's rusty and it's cool. So there is your no revert. We actually had denial of a revert. Yeah. I think that's the play, Carl. You don't even... So, I think you... So the way that he could flip, if Rebels control 3 Lothal locations, but your opponent cannot control any. So he needs to put a pilot on the Ghost, put a guy down onto Lothal, or, yeah. Chris is saying once Justin drew with Kanan, that's the reason for the denial of the revert. Chris is sorry, though. Chris is a good guy. So him denying the revert is not... He's not being malicious or anything. It's just him being kind of fair. So, and I believe it. I think, if you're right. If Chris can get Imperial Decree, that would hurt. And speaking of advocates... Jerry Napolitano, thank you for resubscribing up with your Twitch account. 24 months, I think that gives you a foil or two. Okay, let's see. Justin playing fly casual from his hand to deploy a starship or pilot. He's going to get himself the Tiderian. Again, all he's got to do is deploy Chopper and somebody up there in space to make it so that Chris isn't controlling the system. Okay, Chopper on the Tiderian. Okay, that now will flip him. So now Justin can do some more damage. Unfortunately, though, Chopper's going to run away, or Chopper's going to get burnt. Again, the Tiderian does have a permanent pilot. Like, he didn't even need to throw Chopper up in space. He could have just threw Chopper on the ground. But he did need some sort of presence up there to make it so that Chris did not control. Again, if you are doing the token sticker book program, the token for tonight was You Swindled Me. Chris Kelly is playing a plethora of those in his deck, to the surprise of everybody. Zeb going down to Hoth. So Justin will draw a card, and with Zeb there, no trample will go into play. So that trample that Chris Kelly does have in his hand will no longer be in play at that location. Now, Justin only has 3 force left, so he's going to need 1 to move the Tiderian away, and then he's going to either need to back Zeb up or run Zeb away. One of the two. Excuse me. Okay, so now that Justin is flipped on the 7th side of his objective, what's interesting is if you floor strain at a battleground this turn, your other floor strains at battlegrounds are +1. So if he floor strains at the Hoth marker, all of his other floor strains will be +1. So he could essentially do 6 points of damage. However, right now, Chris Kelly is threatening a lot of damage himself. He's threatening 5 points of damage. So he's damaging free, while Justin would have to pay. So the clock is still ticking in Chris Kelly's favor. Justin will move over some characters, and he'll pass turn. Again, he's got no force saved. We know that he's got 1 Hojix in his lost pile, as it's right on top still. But he is going to play This Is Our Rebellion, so that way he can peek at the top 3 cards, take a card, and then shuffle up his deck. He has decided on his card. He's got 15 cards in his life force. Chris at 21. So with Justin deploying a bunch of cards there, he lost some cards essentially from his life force as well as from his hand. So each point of card that he puts on the table is another point of life force that he loses. So, but now he is about to take 5 points of damage with the drain at Lothal and then the ping damage from You May Start Your Landing. Justin loses out of commission combo, and this is our rebellion off the top. Chris will do the damage with You May Start Your Landing. Justin, nothing to counteract it. There goes Captain Yutani with a Blaster Carbine. Card we haven't seen in a long time. A long time. Free Ride combo of the Free Ride and Endor Celebration V, and then Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano is a really good card. One of my favorite cards. Like, the image looks really good. Really solid card. Like, really good character, too, in all the storyline and everything. So, Chris will play There Is No Try to block from a Sense or an Altar. I'm assuming from a Sense. Not sure what Justin will sense. Oh, he plays another Walker Garrison. So we saw this yesterday with Connor Britton in a game versus John McFarlane. I don't know if anybody was watching that one, but Connor was able to. He played 2 Walker Garrisons and was able to sneak in some damage with the second one. Chris, following suit, plays another Walker. He has 2 Walker Garrisons in his deck. He'll be causing 4 more points of damage with all of his drains at the Hoth locations. Justin loses Free Ride and Endor Celebration V, Ascension Guns V. 2 more force coming at the Hoth Mountains. There goes Chewie Enraged and a Fly Casual. Justin Carulli down to 10 cards in his life force. Chris Kelly sitting at 21. Chris will check out the Destinies in his reserve deck. Again, we know that he has a trample in his hand. However, with Zeb Aurelius there, no trample. You cannot target the rebels at that location. Chris shuffling up his reserve deck. Thinking about what he wants to do this turn. That's second Walker Garrison. Definitely took some wind out of Justin's sails. He's down to 13. No, he's down to 14 cards, hand in life. Chris sitting at 26, hand in life. Chris moves into his deploy phase. Let's see what he's got. He's got a 5-card hand and 14 force in his force pile. And there he is. Darth Vader, Emperor's Enforcer, coming down. I'm assuming he's going to cancel General Kraken's game text. Chris saying that he went to the wrong area. And he did. If he goes down to the North Ridge, he can cancel Zeb's game text, and that will make it so that he can play Trample again. Justin allows the revert, and Vader goes down to the North Ridge. Imperial troopers have been spotted on the North Ridge. Vader cancels Zeb's game text. This is huge. Because if he can get rid of... So Justin will still have enough ability to draw Destiny. If one of those characters goes away, he's going to target Zeb. He draws a 4. Zeb hits the lost pile. Sabine and Corporal Kensaric are left standing in Zeb's dust. The trample goes to the use pile. And Chris will initiate a fight at the North Ridge. 2 Blizzard Walkers and a Darth Vader versus Corporal Kansaric and Sabine Wren. Justin will play Insertion Planning, subtracting 3 from opponent's total battle destiny to save him some damage. Chris, smart move in grabbing that. Chris draws Imperial Decree V for his Destiny to total power, bringing his total up to 28. He's up by 22 in power right now before Battle Destiny. Chris draws a 2. That is going to be a 0. So Chris with 28. Now Justin can use his objective to add to his Battle Destiny. He draws a 4. He should add here. And he will. He'll add 3 to make it into a 7, bringing his total up to 13. Now, Corporal Kansaric will get a +2 to his forfeit value from Insurrection, bringing his total up to 6. So that will be 20. So he's going to have to lose Corporal Kansaric and Sabine Wren, and then some more cards on top of it. Catanita goes out of play. And now Justin has to lose. He has 15 in battle damage left. He's got Sabine Wren, who is forfeit value, I believe, 8. So he's going to have to lose 1 on top. So that was actually a good sequence of events for Justin, having to only lose your 2 characters at that site and 1 card. Even though going into it, you were down by so much in power. Justin will lose Han Solo, Optimistic General, from his hand. Tarkin hops onto the Blizzard 4. I wouldn't be surprised to see Chris block that drain at the 3rd marker. And then he should be taking... If Justin decides he wants to drain, Chris will only lose 3 next turn. And he's got 3 cards in his hand, so he can theoretically keep all of his life force intact. Chris doing some moving during his move phase. Looks like he's got Veers, Darth Vader, and Grand Moff Tarkin on Blizzard 1. Blizzard 2 and Blizzard 4 will stick together, staying back at the North Ridge. Vader hops off. Again, we are only 7 minutes away from... So in about 7 minutes, I will be ending the stream, so all the advocates can hop on for their 9 o'clock stream. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that. Blizzard 2 will run away to the 5th marker. And Chris will draw a card. He draws a card. I'm not really sure if you want to draw a card here, Chris, because you're going to be hitting Justin for 6 next turn. He currently has 12 in life force, so he's really going to be... I mean, he could theoretically drain next turn. But again, with differential mattering in these formats, you want to keep as much as you can. I mean, Chris is sitting at 19. I would rather have 20. Or 21. Justin currently has General Kraken and Cal Alder sitting at the 3rd marker. He does activate everything. If Justin drains, he's going to drain for 3 next turn. Or for this turn. And then And then Chris is going to do so much on the rebound. Oh, Jin. He does not drain. He does deploy Jin Urso. And a Shiru. You know what this means? He can recycle and battle. He does recirculate. And he will initiate a fight against the Blizzard 2. Blizzard 2 will not draw Destiny. Shira checking out the top card of Chris's deck. He moves it over to the force pile. Justin draws a 5 for Battle of Destiny, bringing his total up to 13. He will add 2 to make it a 7, bringing his total up to 15. So that's going to be the Walker and 1 for Chris. I apologize. That's the Walker and 3. Chris has the Gick. So it is only the Walker and 1. I was right. However, Justin does not have enough force to run away with General Kraken and Cal Alder. So that's pretty much it. Nope, he's not going to run away. He will initiate a fight. Justin deciding he wants to go out in style. Vader will cancel Kraken's game text. Tarkin adds a Destiny. Justin not getting any Battle Destiny here, as Kraken's game text is canceled, and Cal Alder only having ability in 1. Chris draws a 4 for total power, bringing his total up to 28. Draws a 4 for his battle. Total is now 24, and with the Imperial Command is now 28. And he draws another 4. Chris, the theme of tonight is 4. So Chris has 32 in power to Justin's 5. He's down by 27. And it looks like he is going to peel here to end the game. So congratulations to Chris Kelly on your victory with 19. So Chris Kelly is still undefeated. Well played, Justin Carulli. Interesting deck, sir. So that's all we have for tonight. So thank everybody for tuning in. Again, like I said, the Advocates will be live on Twitch here in a few minutes with the Advocate Awards show, highlighting all those special volunteers from the 2022 year, as well as your content creator of the year. And then we'll have some special announcements. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. It looks like that Chris and Justin will be playing another game. So make sure you guys watch that on GEP. I'm going to tune in on Twitch. I'm going to step off. And then, like I said, no Hollow Theater this coming week. Make sure you guys tune in on the 27th, and then go vote for your favorite guests of the year. So until next time, everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend, or enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and if I don't see anybody beforehand, this weekend for everybody who has not played in their games in the Champions League, I'm going to be streaming as many games as I can. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And I know I need to get my games in, so I'm not going to be streaming my games, but that's besides the point. But until this weekend, everybody, take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and as always, may the Force be with you. Good night, everybody.